Morning, you guys. Yeah, we're getting off the rails. We're between Center and Country Club here in Mesa on Main Street. Look, Gotham City, comics and coffee. Let's see what's inside here. The good news is we got Miguel Vega with us. Good to see you, friend. Hey, yeah, great, thanks. 6 years and going strong here in the comic business. Let's get around behind the counter here. And I love you guys. I love people who really understand this world and really keep pushing it forward. It's so fun. Give me an idea of what's new in the comic world.
Okay, Corey. Well, some of the new things that's going on is DC. They've been doing this brand new thing called Rebirth. They've gotten a lot of their characters, give them new #1 so that people don't really feel bogged down by, oh, there's 800 issues of Batman. Where do I start?
Right.
There's all new stuff, including All-Star Batman.
Boy, the
just started last week.
Are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sure you grew up too, and I know I did, with comic books that they weren't even in color in some cases. They're so slick. What's all this about?
Oh, and this right here, we're going on to the Civil War sequel. This was spawned off of the 2006-2007 series by Marvel, where a lot of the heroes are battling against each other.
I'm not for that. I'm against that.
Oh, yeah. Doing the villain's job for them.
Well, let's take a little stroll through your shop, which is beautiful, by the way. And do you find that there's been a change or a shift in comic book heroes, for instance? Are they... Seems like Superman, for instance, he used to be good all the time. You can always count on him. Now he's got a dark side.
Yes, well, it's thanks to the movies. You see a lot of the heroes in some of the movies being real dark, which I don't agree with. Superheroes are meant to inspire hope. The bright colors, everything, it's meant to be, wow, there's a savior out there. There's good people in the world.
I like your style, Miguel. All right, we got to fly, but give me your website. How can people get in touch with you?
Oh, people can check us out on our Facebook, which is Gotham City Comics and Coffee. Check us out there, and or come on into the shop. We're always here to answer questions and help everybody out.
Very good. Come see Miguel, you guys. Easy to find between Center and Country Club right here on Main. We're off the rails. See you soon.
Off the rails.
We love this segment. It's brand new here on our morning show, and basically Corey's going to ride light rail around and see what he can see.
Okay.
Along different stops. And you're in a cookie shop? I love cookies.
Lucky
yeah, we are.
You.
Yeah, Smith-O-Later, because look, here's the Smith herself. This is Heather, and love your headband, by the way. Give everyone the full treatment of there. That is nice. Well,
adorable.
I think your headband, I would say, goes along with the whole vibe in your shop. It's so cute. What are we looking about, 1958 here? How would you describe it?
Exactly. Mid-Century Americana. I'm a geek for that, so Smith-O-Later is a play on our name and Mid-Century Americana vintage.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've got a lot of fans, and why not? Look how delish everything is. Take us on a little tour here. First of all, these cookies. I know you're about cookies, so let's start up here in this middle section. We're going to go in order, and you point to them and tell us what they are.
What's fun about these are vegan and gluten-free options here, and we use local nut butter made by PB Americano. So we've got a cinnamon roasted almond and peanut butter. And then this guy is a cold brew chocolate. We actually utilize Fluffit's cold brew in this little secret ingredient. Okay. S'mores, and then we have a prickly pear margarita, and we have another cold brew with caramel. And this one's another gluten-free option, lemon strawberry, amazing. And our other signature cookie, a horchata. So
wow, how fun! Now, have you always been a baker? Did you grow up in the kitchen?
No, I worked in construction for 20 years, and
obviously, you were in construction for 20 years. What were you doing?
I was a project manager. I worked in a swimming pool company, and I had this. I think it was a decorated
air conditioning all day long.
Exactly.
Nice, huh?
Well, I play with near the oven, so I guess maybe I do have an affinity for heat.
Yeah, well, and what's happening here? That's gorgeous, too.
So we also offer cookie cakes, and we can decorate them in themes. We've done the Death Star on a cookie cake.
What? The Death Star. I love that, too. Well, let's quickly, as we run, we're about out of time, but everybody wants to see where all the magic happens. I love busting through doors like this. Let's do it. Bam. Nice. Oh, look, you've got friends. We've got 20 seconds. What's happening back here?
Sarah's glazing our prickly pear margaritas. Oh, Anna, go check out Anna. She's decorating some Wonder Woman cookies. That's
wow. Anna's like a cookie jeweler almost.
Look at her go.
Very good. Well, how can people get in touch with you? You got a website, Instagram, Twitter, all the things?
And Smith-O-Later on Instagram.
That's SMITHOLATOR, right?
Correct, yes.
Smith-O-Later. All right, come see Heather and the whole gang at Smith-O-Later. Easy to find. Between what and what on Main?
Between Robson and McDonald on Main.
Oh, all right. Wait a second.
Oh, Corey, we're already picking out the cookies we want.
Oh, really? Oh, well, let's head back to the front because Troy and Andrea, they are cookie hogs. Well, in fact, that's Troy's website, cookiehog. It's .biz, by the way.
He runs
not,
it.
Not .com. Don't go to .com. It's not suitable for work.
I want the gluten-free one. The gluten-free strawberry
Andrea's
one.
a gluten, she thinks she's got a gluten problem.
No,
she doesn't, but she likes to say it to be
I know, I don't,
So
but I
these
like
two?
the gluten-free ones.
Roasted almond, peanut butter, and then this lemon strawberry.
Yeah,
Okay.
back the
All
truck
right.
up. I'll take them all.
No
That
gluten.
one. And then
Troy wants,
The
do you have
chocolate
extra
ones, the cold
MSG
press?
on anything?
He wants all
Troy wants MSG
Oh.
in his.
Yeah, Troy wants
and
these two.
those are leaded. They have coffee.
Oh, Troy, you're a
You want
coffee
the
fan,
leaded
right?
coffee ones,
yeah, let's go leaded. And I also
There you
love an oatmeal raisin, but that's so pedestrian. She's like high end with all this stuff.
She is. She's fancy.
Oatmeal raisin is for chumps, Troy.
I know, it
That's
is.
old, man. Oh, I'm kidding.
I know.
Come
you're
see
right.
us at Smith later.
I love her shop.
Beautiful
Oh,
cookies.
Gotta get out there.
Cory has gone off the rails in downtown Mesa, checking out a telescope.
Oh, look at this
building
place.
Business.
This has really been a blast this morning. We've seen, I think, 3 or 4 shops already, and now we're at Photon Instruments, just east of Centennial Way on Main Street, a telescope shop. I'm telling you, there are not many shops like this left in the world. And look, there aren't many Bob Howards left in the world either. Bob, I'm going to slip. Well, you know what? Let's have. It's such a small shop, and you got a lot packed in here. Come out to this side so we can get an idea of your inventory. And boy, it's so impressive. You, I assume, are serving everyone from the novice to the real star lover, huh?
Yeah. Oh, of course. We sell scopes to really advanced astronomers. A lot of people who are like beyond professional almost, but amateurs, to people who want their first telescope.
Speaking of that, you would say this is sort of a starter telescope, right?
Yeah, and they run like 100, 150, and there's different ones. This is an alta azimuth mount, so you can see this swings this way, and then you adjust it this way. And with a scope like this, you manually track the star.
Okay.
Or moon.
Tell
or
me the
planet.
most, obviously this does not compare to that, but
Yeah.
how close can you bring the heavens in this starter scope? What are you going to see that's cool?
Well, you can see obviously the moon, various different planets.
Very clearly.
Very clearly. Different things called the Messier objects. And these are things that are like Orion's belt, different nebulas.
That's Ron Hoon's favorite constellation. He loves to throw out the 3 stars that make up the belt. And as we move up then, this would have to be perhaps one of your most advanced scopes, right?
Right. And we actually have bigger ones than this, but they don't fit on the floor.
Wow. It looks like it's got everything.
This has a GPS unit on it, so it knows where it is on the face of the Earth. Of course, after you turn it on, you have to train it a little, and you have to tell it you're in Arizona. and not Afghanistan.
Gotcha.
And then this part here, the star lock, will lock on for photographic work.
Oh, I was going to say, it probably has full photographic capabilities.
Right,
so
put
when you
other
see a
types of cameras.
fantastic sky photo, it perhaps has come from something this advanced. All right. Well, how can we get in touch with you guys here?
Well, Warren, who is actually the astronomy salesperson, he's here Wednesday through Saturday from 10:30 to 3. And
got a website?
He has it, photoninstruments.com.
P-H-O-T-O-N?
Yeah.
Photoninstruments.com. All right, come see us, come see Bob or Warren, and get yourself started. It's a great hobby, and boy, it can really turn into a lifetime passion.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's like fishing. You always want to buy a bigger boat. You always want to buy a bigger telescope.
It's a good analogy.
All right, that'll do us for now. Hey, next time we get together, we're going to talk further with Bob, and he's got a shop where they make very fine instruments for woodworking, for making violins and all kinds of high-end pieces. It's fascinating. So more coming your way from Mesa. We're off the rails.
Bob's got all kinds of stuff going on.
I had no idea some of these places existed.
Oh, look at
This is so great.
Yeah, those are like the old-time tools. That's by hand right there.
All right, off the rails. Cory's in downtown Mesa.
Looking at some old hand tools. I love woodworking, Cory. This fascinates me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're going to love what Bob Howard is doing here. And I misspoke earlier. Not the only man, this is even rarer, not the only man producing violin bows. There are many doing that. But the only man producing by hand the tools by which you manufacture a violin bow. And you're doing it full-time, and you make some of your own tools. And this is a bow that we're looking at right there. And tell me, first of all, what is that wood, and what goes into making the bow itself?
Okay, the wood is Pernambuco, and it comes out of Brazil. It's apparently the only place it grows, and they actually have to get it to a semi-finished state before they find out if it's good or not. And this one here is too flexible, so it was a reject. And they gave it to me so I could test tools on it. And when they do this, they actually take really, really fine shavings, because you don't sand these things.
Give me a bit of that.
Yeah.
Boy, Troy, and if you like woodworking tools, you know what it's like to see a big wood plane. That is a very fine blade. And is that your primary tool in shaping and shaving one of those?
There's actually about 5 of them. This is the middle size one. There's 2 sizes smaller and like 3 sizes bigger.
Boy. And you were telling me earlier, this is an antique tool, and what was its purpose? Was it doing similar things?
This is basically a carpenter's tool. Now this one here, the blade is not sharp, but this was set up for doing tongue and groove work on like flooring. And this also did other types of grooves. This was the predecessor to the router. This came with 11 blades, so this was like the thing to have.
Boy.
You didn't need 11 other planes.
When you hold this, when you hold a tool like this, do you think... Are you thinking about the men who used it and the places in which it was used in the homes or buildings that...
All the time, and I look at it because of all the filigree. This doesn't help it work. It was just for the owner's satisfaction. He knew he had a really nice, beautiful tool. And
well, if I may brag upon your skills, you built this from scratch yourself, this reproduction. It's so pretty.
And this is the bronze version that this company sold. So this might have been $4 in 1874. This might have been $8. And that was a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A lot of money.
Well, beyond violin bows, you're selling and making tools for people in many different trades, am I right? And tick off a few of those.
Well, violin bow makers are different than violin makers. I make tools for violin makers, and they have all kinds of things. And this is like a violin maker's plane. You can see how tiny it is. It's actually smaller than a quarter.
Gosh.
And they have bigger ones, but I make for then luthiers that are different. Those are guys who make guitars and lutes. I make a lot of these kind of little spoke shaves. This is a reproduction of an original one. I bought an antique one from a tool collector and then reproduced that.
Love that. We have just a couple of seconds. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but do you have a website of your own?
Yeah, it's St. James Bay toolco.com.
St. James Bay, is that ST or
ST?
ST. St. James Bay toolco.com. Check out Bob's work. Boy, he's a dang expert. I hope you live forever. Because who's going to do it if you don't?
My kids aren't interested in this at all. They look at this.
All right. Well, you're doing great work, Bob Howard, and we'll see you guys again soon.
Back when men were men, worked with their hands, Cory. I love that.
It's cool.
Speaking of hands,
he is a man's man, Troy.
You want to lose a finger?